Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2026 Mazda CX-50. This is the Hybrid Premium Plus. It's finished off in machine gray metallic. MSRP is just over $43,000. There's quite a lot of options that you can go with for this Mazda in general, along with several other trim levels depending on what you would like. But for this hybrid, this has a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with that hybrid system, which also has the 1.59 kilowatt lithium ion battery. It's paired to an eCVT, pumps out 219 horsepower, 163 pound-feet of torque. This model here is all-wheel drive, and as far as MPG goes, you're looking at 39 miles per gallon in the city, 37 out on the highway, and it does feature an EV mode for parking lot situations. Up front, you'll notice gloss black for the grille and the surround for it, which also goes from housing to housing on both sides, where all the LEDs are sunken in just a little bit. There's also parking sensors up front. The turn signals are mounted right in the middle of the bumper there, as you just saw. There's also a sensor for distance pacing, cutouts in that lower section, some trim accents on both sides, and very crisp points coming down the hood. Just gives it that classic Mazda front end look. Now this also has a two-tone design for the wheels. There's plastic for the fender arches. It's on the lower side skirt too. And then this model has power folding side mirrors. As you can tell, they're folded in at the moment with the turn signal on them. And then there's some gloss black along with some chrome accents and a full moonroof up top. And then nice proportions for this smaller two-row SUV, especially with the lines in that back rear section there. There's a spoiler with the brake light and wiper blade, LEDs, backup camera and parking sensors, the dual exhaust, and then this has a towing capacity of around 1,500 pounds. Realistically, you could put a bike rack or something like that on the back of it, making it a little bit more practical of a vehicle. Now there is a control on the key fob, or just press the electronic button underneath, and that's how you can open up the lift gate. For the smaller vehicle, there's a good bit of space back here. There's also a spare tire. There's some storage bins on both sides. You can even fold down the back seats from here, which is nice, as long as you have them adjusted properly. There's also the cover that you can use, and then some tie-down hooks too. So for its smaller size, definitely packaged well for interior space. Now you can either close the liftgate or you can lock the vehicle too. There's no proximity door handles in back, so either grab the front door handle or you can use the key fob here. Now this is also paired with the red interior, which is nice. There's both for the audio, a little bit of storage down below, and then when you adjust that headrest, you can slide the seat down there where it's almost flat, allowing you to put in some larger items. And then here's more of the red with the black accents. Now 5'10", it's a little bit tight. You get heated seats, vents and auxiliaries, one storage pocket, a good bit of space here, but at 5'10", I'm just barely touching the headliner. So any taller than me, you might be a little bit crammed, but you could fit a car seat back here or some smaller kids. You can definitely make it work if you're not looking for a bigger vehicle. Up front, you have your window controls, side mirror adjustments, more storage down below, and then a power operating driver's seat here. And then once we turn this on, since we have the hybrid, you won't hear anything. Unless you put it into gear, put it into a different driving mode. You can also push on EV to engage the EV mode for the slower speeds. We have a leather steering wheel, volume and tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands. There's a digital screen right in the middle, so you can go through some of this information. The left and the right side is going to be fixed, and you can go through that as needed. There's cruise control settings, and then the liftgate, memory seating adjustments, fuel cap release, traction control, parking sensors, and then some of the safety features you can turn on and off as needed. There's one air vent, even a head-up display, and then with the infotainment system, it's a bit of a reach, so it's not touch screen. However, you can make it touch screen with your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But down below, you have some of these dials here to go through this information. You have a few stats that you can monitor. There's also entertainment, so all of the audio. You can get into your phone, navigation, and there's also various settings too, which is super helpful. There's also favorites, volume and tuning, auto hold, and the e-brake, that EV mode that you can use. And then there's also different driving modes to get into, which is helpful. You do get a backup camera along with the guidelines there. And then you can also shift here. Even though this has the eCVT, you can shift as needed. There's cup holders, a little bit of storage, and then all of the temperature adjustments, fan speed, where you'd like the air to go, defrosters. This model even has heated and ventilated seats and a heated steering wheel too. There's wireless charging, and then auxiliaries and storage in the armrest. There's storage in the glove box with more of the leather and stitching. And then garage door buttons, dome lights, sunglass holder, and the control for the sunroof and sunshade. And then with a look at visibility, again, very easy to see over both shoulders. It's not a big vehicle, so it's very easy to see all around. And we'll go into power mode now from second gear using the shifter. Here we go. And we can get up to speed. Now, this really isn't meant for shifting gears. What you can do with this, however, is go into the gear that you would like. So if you don't want to go above fourth gear for the CVT, you can basically hold it at that gear. So if I'm in 5 right now, we can go 1 through 5 and it won't upshift to the 6th gear. So if you need to use that, you have the option. Maybe if you're going on some gravel or something where you just want the vehicle to be a little bit smoother and not upshift, so you can carry your power through some of those situations, you can do that as needed. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the CX50. Very nice place to be. The visibility out of the front is great. You can easily spot your passenger side. So city driving, parking lots, parking spaces, this is going to be a very easy vehicle to drive and maneuver. And then let's push on EV mode again. So now the engine has shut off and we're coasting here. But as soon as I start to accelerate, we're back to the engine. So it is nice that you can go between both of those settings. I think it's great for not being a plug-in hybrid. So most non-plug-in hybrids have EV that acts in the background, but very few have an actual EV mode where you can use that. So I think that is really neat to see. It's just not as complicated as a plug-in hybrid. So if you want more of a normal vehicle with some of that hybrid assistance, you can get that with this model here. And then other than that, would just make for a great daily driver. I know a lot of people who personally own Mazdas and they really enjoy them. It's a great, more basic vehicle in terms of some of the tech, but it gives you all of the necessities really. A lot of standard safety features, hooking up your phone, going through all that information, and then some of these nice amenities down below. So making this a great daily driver, one that you can rack the miles up on and just have a comfortable vehicle to drive. Well under the average price for a new vehicle. Still in the $40,000 range, of course, depending on the trim level that you go with. But for a brand new vehicle in today's market, definitely a great option. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 CX50. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.